Okay, so we're here with Eli at Morphor. How's it going, Eli?
Hello.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What can you tell us about Morphor, the company? You said you just started.
Yeah, we just started out. It's 1 year now. We started out with our first module. It's a Carplus Strong module. It's a plectrum. We first started with the Kickstarter. It was really successful, and so we moved along with continue our hobby. So we made a chorus on steroids. It's an ensemble. So this was our first module, and this is the new one. It has 8 BBDs, so 8 delay lines. It's fully analog. So you can play around with the voices. You have 2 voices that's a standard chorus. You have the slow and the fast LFO. You have a spread that controls the delay. And then you can select more voices, and then you have the really chorus on steroids that is really spread out over the whole stereo spectrum.
Nice.
And a little gimmick, we just put the 8 BBDs on the back, so it's a really, for the nerds, it's really important to see that there are 3 analog BBD lines there.
Amazing.
So we're really proud of it. It's just finished the previous week, so we didn't have time to play it with ourselves patches. But
you can play with it here for
yes,
the first
yes,
time,
yes, of
can't
course.
you?
Yep.
And what was the kind of inspiration behind it? Why did you want to create a chorus on steroids?
The inspiration was actually I came across the ensemble effect in software, and I couldn't find it anywhere in modular. So we tried to mimic it, and that's why we did some research on choruses, and that's why we ended up with 8 voices chorus.
Amazing, amazing. Can we hear how it sounds?
Yes.
Let's have a listen.
Like a pad sound, and you have a monophonic sound, and you want to broaden it up, then you can just throw it through the ensemble, and then you have a really nice 8 times copy, like you have a choir performing your monophonic sound.
Is it the pad sound that's being processed here with by the chorus?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Can you change some parameters on the chorus so we can hear the difference?
Yes. Again, this is the 8 voice, then you can go to 4 voices. That's a little bit more subtle. And then you have the 2 voices, that's also subtle. If you put it on 8 voices, then you can have some little bit feedback. A bit louder. We have also a dry add because the chorus is sometimes a little bit softer. That's why you can add a little bit more of your dry. And then the spread is like, then you can have a little bit more of delay on each lines. And if you really want to go crazy, then you can do some modulation there.
Oh, wow, that sounds good.
You can control it as well with CVs, but we didn't have time to make a patch yet. But that's up to the more creative people that can make something out of it. And you can crank up the feedback as well, so you can go in self-oscillation and you can do a lot of stuff with it.
Excellent. It sounds really good, man. It sounds really rich.
So for pads, it's really nice, and even for percussion sounds, it's also nice to use.
Excellent. And is this one available now?
It's available from June.
Okay,
Yep,
cool.
June 23.
And how much will it? How much is it going to retail for?
€3.99. That's our goal.
Brilliant, brilliant. And what are the other modules to the right here? Are these?
These
ones
are
that
utility
coming up?
modules. After the Carplus Strong module, the Kickstarter, we made some utility modules just to get the hang out of it to make our quality at a higher quality. So we made a distortion module. It's clipping based. It just the audio pod goes through 2 LEDs, so it clips off when you have a certain setting at the gain setting, and so it mimics a little bit the overdrive distortion. And then we have the VCF. It's a basic low pass filter with selectable poles. You have the 6, 12, and 24 dB. And you have also on the other side a high pass filter. So in combination with those two, you have a mix knob at the bottom. You can get out the band pass and the high pass mix. We needed this actually to combine it with our Carplus Strong module. because we have a nice feature here that you can break out of the internal loop. Normally you have a BBD, it's a closed loop. You start with a noise signal, you process it in the feedback loop with a low pass filter on it, but we wanted to give the user more control. So if you want to cut out the internal low pass filter and you want to stuff in your own filters, then you go to the external filter and you put in your own VCF or other things in between. And that's most of the time we combine those two modules. And then of course you can never have enough VCAs, so we have a lot of VCAs. So we made our own, but it's just with an integrated chip. But it's a dual one in the same color and format as Morpher. So.
Great. Well, thank you so much for showing us these. Really, really nice pieces of gear.
Thank you very much.